Let's begin then. We're going to be playing some Swans here in Modern. A little bit of a throwback here, although earlier in the stream, we ended up playing Rhinos, and kind of the matchups we ran into were kind of throwbacks. At least a lot of them. We'll just call it Wednesday Throwback League. That's what it seems to be like. Anyway, boobyfischer, thank you so much for the extra life donation. I believe that's where this one came through as. And yeah, if you want to be like the Fisher over there, get your extra life donation in for a donation deck list. So what does Swans have? Well, it's Scred Swans. And Swans, if you're not familiar, is a creature that can be dealt damage and then it prevents it. And once it's prevented, basically you get to draw that many cards. The Source's controller draws that many cards. So it's kind of interesting in... basically it's just a draw engine, and we're going to see how that plays out with things like Furies. In many Swans lists you use Scred so that you can draw a lot. Got a lot of counter magic here. We're going to try to beat down with a 4/3 in the air is kind of the gist of it. Got some Blood Moons, so we're in a good spot here. We are comfortable with that, and some expressive iterations. Sideboard is a plethora of things, but one thing we want to note, we have Brash Taunter in here. We replaced Stuffy Doll, and we're going to see if we need this at any point. Not sure when I would bring this in, but it's for the good laugh and fun. Got a good Chandra Awakened Inferno in here, some Mystical Disputes, Aether Gust, and a Flusterstorm. We got things for small creatures. We got more Blood Moons. We're going to see how it goes. We even have a Fury in the sideboard, which I think could be moved to the main board. And we could get rid of, I don't know. You look at like Harvest Pyre, and this is like good, but maybe Fury is a little bit better than Harvest Pyre nowadays. But Harvest Pyre always seems to be a one of in the Swans lifts to like kind of just put you way ahead. So we'll see. We'll see. It depends on if we need to interact with our opponents or if we're going to be using our Swans to take over the game. With that, let's go play some Snapcasters. Let's play down some Swans. I think the weakness to this list is going to just be, can we counter enough things? A lot of people are using a lot of spells and a lot of grindy value. And if we can't prevent that grindy value, then I think we'll stumble. But if we're playing it relatively fair, or a matchup where we get to counter combos or counter big things, I think we'll be in great shape. Not to mention that we got some Force of Negation, so we can stop the shenanigans that happens early on sometimes as well. Let's get it going, though. Let's find match number 1. And let's play some Magic. We have a great captain at the helm. Yeah, Twitch chat, you're gonna save the day. Gonna pilot us to victory. Right? Needs more cowbell? Have I played this before? Not this exact 75, but I've played Swans before. I've played Swans before. It's been a while. But we've played Swans before. About 3 years ago. We'll see if we can remember how to play Swans. Hey, all I see is Blood Moon. That's probably a bad reason to keep this. Keep! Start with a Flood Strand, pass the turn. I got this. This is the card that we play. Notice that this is not our special Blood Moons. This list doesn't deserve our special Blood Moons yet. Got to do some winning first. Ah, crap. I'm not going to show them anything but islands before I play this Blood Moon down. Bolt, snap, bolt. We need a little more red. I got the island, hoping that my opponent fetch like Hallowed Fountain here, or the Triome, and I get him with the Blood Moon. All right, a little opt from our opponent. Do you think this Blood Moon's gonna stick? Maybe I throw a Snapcaster at him, scare him a little bit. Never? I got a trick up my sleeve. So we're gonna accidentally put, maybe we can accidentally put the Snapcaster in on the second main phase, giving my opponent a chance to prismatic ending it, and we'll Blood Moon him. Ready? Oh yeah, second main. Oh. Well, they just did this for me anyway. All right. Well, I'm going to Blood Moon him and see if we can prevent this rather than bolting. And if it's Cauldron complete and they have the planes, I'm dead. Batter Skull. Okay. Well, I'm going to go for the Blood Moon. Let's see what happens. Ugh, resolves. All right, perfect. We have double bolt energy. We're getting there. Ooh, basic island. A sword of fire. An ice. That's pretty good. Attack for 1. Doesn't even attack. Doesn't even attack. Well, let's get rid of Stoneforge. It's past the turn. I'm not going to let them open up with potentially getting a second land down and then getting the sword on there and being able to counter. That just spells disaster. This is going to be a problem, though. Can I get my swans? Where are my swans? That's a pretty good card with a Batter Skull sitting over there. I like that you have a swan, the little swans icons that you're throwing out there. Well, back and forth we go. I can scred away the Batter Skull, the germ. I'll probably try to force it though, but there are options here. By the way, Blood Moon doing everything. Supreme Verdict. They've made a mistake. They should have held that. They'll cast it on turn 27. This deck is just too good, just saying. We're doing all right here. Opponent, I've got some counter magic for you. Maybe I should have put a Snapcaster in by now. Shall we? We need to move the game along, right? Like to bolt you, opponent. Get bolted. Get bolted. This Blood Moon's not going to work the next game, by the way. Opponent's going to discard. A counter spell was discarded. We picked up another Scred. We're attacking for 2 past the turn. Blood Moon out, Brasher in. There you go. My opponent doesn't even try Batter Skull. They know what's up. Ooh. She'd be good. Narset. Take a peek. Oh, they're swans. We'll get a bolt, though. Bolt, bolt, bolt. Counter. Bolt, bolt. And then look at top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Yep. All right. So, my opponent Has many artifacts, probably. Blood Moon out, Brasher in. I could bring in Fury and Brash Taunter. I don't know if that's going to work. My opponent has Counterspell. Mystical Dispute may not be a bad idea. Like Fury, Brash, maybe Mystical Disputes. Could be Big Chandra. Granted, I think that's getting a little greedy. Maybe like Harvest Pyre out. Blood Moons. A Lightning and a Scred. Probably incorrect to take those out. What's the call, BF? I think it's Fury. I mean, I know you guys are saying Brash Taunter, but I don't see why I would bring Brash Taunter in here. Fight something with Lifelink. It's like, what's that do? Does fight and Lifelink happen? I don't remember. Take out like one Scred, maybe. Maybe a Narset. I guess the Narset prevents my opponent from drawing an insane amount of cards. So instead, we want to take out like maybe one counter spell, maybe an expressive. Man. I'm going to take one Scred out. We have the Furies. I can't imagine they're going to have that many creatures. We saw the counter magic in the Supreme Verdict, and so it kind of makes me think that I'm going to be dealing with more Stoneforge than anything. Let's keep this opening in hand. It's okay. Got some fetch lands. My opponent's going to be fetching basics anyway here. Perfect, perfect. I don't know. Taking out Charm's kind of interesting because if they go Cauldron Complete, we can steal the Germ, right? And stealing the Germ would be kind of interesting. Batterskull is not as powerful for stealing the Germ, but Cauldron Complete could be. I don't know if I would take a Germ out. Or the Charm because of the Germ. Wow, no respect for Blood Moon. Look at this person. Why'd we take Blood Moon out? All right. We got to just play that good old classic control matchup here. Back and forth we're going to go. For how long? I don't know. Back and forth we go. They have a counter heavy hand. I believe it. I believe it. We have a mix of a hand for sure. I'm going to let that resolve, and I'm going to go ahead in response here, Bolt. Just scoot it out of the way. We don't need Snapcaster. Jeez, opponent, what do you think we are? I might do a similar thing, throwing a Snapcaster into play. At the same time, we have like better things to Snapcaster back. All right, so we're going to go ahead and counterspell this. They're going to counterspell back, then a lightning bolt. So counterspell back, then snap bolt the Stoneforge away. And then my opponent would be able to play something into play. Yeah, we're in an okay spot. Counter, counter, Stoneforge resolve. You go get. I'm assuming it's going to be Batterskull again, which makes me happy I have an Archmage Charm. Sword is their choice. That's less terrifying. Bring sword in and 2. I think I just do this now. Let's just not play games. Let's just not play games. Scary thing is land plus Batterskull here. Sword of Fire and Ice is a bit weird to deal with for us. That protection from blue and red is end of turn, but then they have their mana open, right? We don't want that. That's fine. Snap can go away. All right. 4 cards to 4 cards. We take the draw. Play our Scalding Tarn. We'll pass the turn. Back and forth we go. Who's gonna flinch first? Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Sword of Feast and Famine. So they have 2 swords in hand. I don't know. Do we snap counter this? It's a Snapcaster on the board. They have 2 Mystical Disputes. I kind of like being aggressive here. Kind of like being a little bit aggressive here. I don't need them to randomly have a whole bunch of problem cards for us to deal with. Archmage Charm, a really good draw. Attack for 2, pass turn. I have 2 counter spells open now. Woo! We're looking good. Hardcast Dispute. I'm doing okay. Hardcast Dispute might have been okay there as well. All right, this is where I, as a blue mage, don't really understand how to use Archmage Charm properly. Well, I think I'm going to figure it out right here. All right. So we'll just counter. And then I almost feel like I should just pick up Archmage Charm here and draw 2. Okay. Doing okay. Just draw and get ahead of my opponent, hopefully. We kind of drew lands. A little unfortunate. One thing we could have done is the Batterskull and tried to steal the token, but then they can bounce it to hand. So actually countering Batterskull felt good there. Here we go. They're tapping everything. They're untapping everything. Where's the Swan exactly? It's a Watery Grave. Gonna play a sword. Oh. Counter that. I floated more mana than I needed to. I got excited, chat. It's the excitement in me. Where is that Swans? Doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. They're at 10. There's the sword. Can't do anything about that sword. Yeah, you could put a creature land in. It's not a bad draw. Attack for 2, pass the turn. Down to 8. I'm gonna hold on to the snow-covered mountain here. We need to act like we've got some more spells than we do. Make my opponent think. We are basically playing Blue Moon at this point. Vindicate. I think this is worth it. They're vindicating a Snapcaster Mage. Get forced. Dang it. Dovin Veto on top. All right, Snapcaster down. I guess that's all right. Faceless Haven, you could. Little awkward with your Blood Moons, obviously. Swans. Fury. All right. Well, Fury is technically lethal next turn with the bolt. Had to play the snow-covered mountain down, so if they play like Stoneforge or Snapcaster and hook up the sword, I can get rid of it. Okay. Combat. Whoosh. Down to 2. Do I slow roll the bolt? I think I do. I think I slow roll the bolt. We can just play the second Fury and then, like, I don't know if they kept Supreme Verdict in or not. Oh, yeah. We had it next turn. We were good. No Swans though. This list I took the Swans out. You can't see them. There are no Swans in this Blue Moon list. Sorry, BF. we didn't queue in with them. They don't exist. Swanless Blue Moon, just there for the art, for the sideboard. We'll put 2 in the sideboard and we'll play Blue Moon from here on out. There you go. Especially Swanless. I know, right? All right, this seems okay. We'll get to use this expressive iteration probably. Maybe I should lead with a prismatic. Prismatic to scred something. Have to be an X1. Oh. I'm actually going to go ahead and use this. Basically, I'm trying to get a land into my hand here. There we go. So put one of them into your hand. Cool. Put one of them on the bottom. Just exile Fury. That's what I'll show them. Yeah, I think I have to try to hit that land, right? If I fail to hit that land, we're in trouble against the other blue-red player. It's especially good to see a snow-covered island here. Narset, huh? Yeah, Swan showed up. Well, I think I'm gonna pass. Let them fetch. In response to fetch, scred. Then I have a lot of... Oh, they didn't fetch. They didn't fetch. No fetch was had. Oh, now they can fetch lots. Oh, they attack one. Okay. Let's try to kill this. Let's fight over this. I'm on my, on their turn, so the force is free. Ta-da! Narset makes Swan invincible. Expressive into all this open mana. I don't think I can do that. Can I? So much open mana. You know what? They won't counter this. Spell Pierce. Just has Spell Pierce. Alright. Fetches and fetches. They could get rid of my my Narset and stuff. I'm gonna You didn't let mine happen? Your turn. Ha! Your turn, opponent. Oh, they had the land drop. Dang it. They had the land drop. Oh gosh. How big is this Murktide? A 5/5? Can't even cast this Archmage Charm. I guess we're digging with Narset here. Pick up the Scred in case I hit running lands here. Yeah. Where are my lands? How many lands are we playing? 24, I think. Bobble. Polluted Delta. For what it's worth, my opponent doesn't have that many cards left. So if I could just find like 2 lands, would be a good spot. Doesn't even work. There's a Scred down in the bin, but I don't have 5 lands. No. No, you can't have an expressive iteration opponent. If I can't play Magic, you can't play Magic. All right, we found a land. So, what are we doing? Well, we could attempt a double Scred. You think that's going to resolve? I guess it's probably our only out at this point. Let me start with a Snapcaster, see if they counter this. I'll go to Scred once. And if the Scred resolves, then we'll go to get the other Scred. Which I have a feeling it's going to. I'm not going to worry about Archmage Charm. I'm trying not to take too much damage. Hey, all right. Somehow that worked. What do they have? What do they have? Steam Vents, tapped. They just passed back? They didn't counter those. Well, I guess I'm doing this. Resolves. In for 2, pass turn. I mean, if they have a bolt, they're probably sending it upstairs, right? They're not going to bolt Swans. Ha! That'd be ridiculous. Might have been too early on the Swans. Nah. Oh gosh. They just unholy heated the Swan. Oh no. Oh no. Are you saying that I've made a big oops? Bobbles. My opponent's like, yeah, I'll draw 6. Double ancestral. Okay, bobble, bobble. Nothing scary so far. Land drop. Okay, okay. Keep going. What else you got? Murky? Good old Murky Tide? You know what the plan is here. You all know what the plan is, right? And Ragavan. The plan is to mill them out. Plan is to mill them out. Okay, got pass turn. We're fine? Yeah, we're fine. I want them to unholy heat the Swans again. Bolts me. You can do that. I will allow it. I'm at 4. See? See? They basically didn't do anything else. Expressive iteration. I'll allow it. Another expressive iteration. Do it. Do it. Darcy. Unholy heats. Snapcaster Mage. No, you're supposed to hit here. What's my opponent doing? Draw 6. All right, I go to 3. Hope they don't have a bolt here. I'm going to steal Darcy here. No, don't have a counter spell. All right. This is going to be a really hard one for me. Because I'm real bad at this, this blue. The battles. The battles. I'm real bad at them. Take out Swans. But we just finally got to see a Swan. Swans and Blood Moons feel like they're fine to take out. It's probably the Harvest Pyre is okay at that point too. I don't know if I need the Angers. Let's bring these in. Let's start there. The Relic is about the only other thing I'm looking at. But maybe I don't need to worry about a relic here. I think I want the early spot removal, not necessarily the anger either. I don't know, this seems fine, right? I think it's going to have to be. I think it's going to have to be. Yep. I'm going to go with it. Yeah, the relic is tempting, but I think that would be maybe overboarding. All right. We'll keep this opener. Looks good. Chat confirms. All right, Bubble. Let's go, Bubble. Definitely want to get rid of that. Nice and slow and steady. If it needs some considers, it might need them. Could use a red card now. It's technically a red card. I probably want to use this card though, right? I'm gonna find another red card to get rid of these, right? I'm not gonna use expressive and fail here, am I? Put the red card to hand here. I'm not gonna fail, am I? We don't have a lot of red cards left, right? I did bring in some red cards. My gut tells me I'm not supposed to do this. I want to so bad. Fire and ice would be great. We'll see. We'll keep track. The next 3 cards, we'll see what they are. We'll keep track. We'll see if we would have hit the red spell. Okay. I think a force here is good. Mystical Dispute kind of plays nicely against some other things in the future. All right, that's number 1. The wife dropped the coaster. I heard big crash. All right, so far it's a good play. Although that could have been my land for the turn. Second piece, still good. Okay. We have one more card to see for that expressive. I'll take a bolt to the face, that's fine. You got it. Here they go with Murktide. So I just Mystical Dispute and then Counterspell to Counterspell. We're in top deck wars. Just counter the Murktide again. All right, and the last card off that expressive iteration would have been a Snapcaster. Nice. So we would have totally whiffed. We were correct. Ooh, I want to jam this so bad. This closes the game so fast, and it's kind of weird because there's like no instance in the future here where I'm going to be able to Fury plus like Snapcaster do anything. So I'd have to draw like land plus Mystical Dispute. I feel like I just want to run this out. I want to get aggressive here. We're both top decking. If they have a counter spell, fine, fire it off. They have a bolt, fine. It's clearly not like a creature here. All right, it's there. Does it live long enough to untap? It does. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Bye. 6 damage. Yeah, it seemed very correct with the 1 card there. You can consider. That was a top deck consider. Ooh, expressive. I think I'm going to let that go. They have to find an answer to Fury, and I can counter the answer. And that's what I want to do. No, I don't think I counter an expressive iteration here. I can counter the next card. And then I have 6 damage, and then Snapcaster Bolt from the yard. There's a Spire Bluff Canal, and my opponent doesn't do anything here. And for 6. Expressive. Can still snap Bolt here. Gonna go for it. Gonna go for it. You have to have Force of Negation. All right. Got there. We good Blue Mage. We figured it out. Yeah. Well, Solar Squirrel. The only problem is we had to take it out. We got really excited the first time we got to play Swan the whole league. I played it out. My opponent unholy heated it and drew 6. We were like, here, don't do just Ancestral Recall. Do the busted version of it that was never printed. I got really excited. It was exciting. So, like, Murktide's kind of a problem for us. My opponent also doesn't have that much blue mana, honestly. Like, Blood Moon's kind of looking tempting. It's kind of tempting me over here. Probably shouldn't, but it's tempting me. I think we're in a good spot. I should probably just run it back. Harvest Pyre could. That's true. That's true. Should we bring 1 Harvest Pyre in then for like a Lightning Bolt? Or maybe an Expressive Iteration? Honestly, the Chandra is like kind of awkward. Relic on the draw. I don't know. I feel like we needed all the early game removal that we had to. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take out the Chandra. I'm actually going to bring in an Anger the Gods. I think we can win the later game. I think we struggle with the early game. I don't think the Chandra is correct, though. Yeah, we need all the bolts and screds, and I think the Anger gives me... It's a red card, gives me something low to the ground. This hand looks great. We love Chandra, but we know she doesn't close the game very well. Look at these screds doing 0 damage here. My opponent has shown me Spell Pierce, so I'm going to just rip the scred off here. Not even wait here. I don't want it to be countered and then we're in trouble. If they have a dashing monkey, we're just in trouble, but hey, there's Ragavan number 2 here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, my opponent's really relying on Ragavan here. Real Magic Nerds, Scred Monkey. Man, opponent. All right, you get to monkey. You get it. You're doing the monkey things. Would have been an okay card to have. All right, they're gonna monkey us again. Dash monkey. Interesting. Just plays monkey. All right, in response to this, I will attempt a Snapcaster and then Lightning Bolt or Scred here. If they have the counter, that's fine. Because I'm going to Expressive Iteration, we're going to find what we need. We're going to find what we need, chat. Don't worry. Oh my gosh. What has this game done to me? Why do I lie? It's a talent I have. Whoa! We were almost there. We were almost there. We almost had the Fury. We were just off by 1. No. Denied. Now they regret not playing that land. Ha! Ah! Whoa, double blue. Murktide, here we go. All right. Let's go again. There's a Fury that does 4. That's going to hand. I'm gonna do a Flooded Strand. Let's play the land here. We went around our cards there, unfortunately. There's the 3rd Fury. We found all the Furies. So I have to kill Murktide here, so Scred would work. Let's counter that. Scred would work here. Scred would be the best draw, I think. Oh, Murktide, you gonna get us here? I guess a Bolt technically does it right now too, because a Fury can be played 1 damage, 3 damage, and Bolt. So Bolt or Scred are looking really good here. It's got to be the 1 mana spells, though. Well, I mean, we got something going on here. What just happened? I'm at 5. It's not the greatest place to be at, but we're alive. We're alive. And they pass turn. Counter. All right, I'll take this. This has got to be countered. Yep. But I'm attacking. I'm smacking. I'm smacking for 6. No, what do you have? I tried to stop my auto yield, but it didn't get it in time. How big is this Murktide? It's 5/5. No, I need Scred or Lightning Bolt again. Well, it wouldn't have mattered if I got it down here, because I'd be attacking for 6. They'd just attack back. Dang it. Petty theft. Dang it. I let you down. I let you down. Maybe I should have countered, then they counter back, then I snap and bolt, and then the monkey's gone. I held the counter because I thought I could get the snap and the bolt down. Alright. We've learned our blue mage lesson for the night. And once again cemented us into not being very good with blue versus blue. Needs more practice. Alright, little saga here. Where's our blood moon? Ornithopter, okay. Okay. Oh, I kind of really want my blood moon now. Okay. Just gonna pass the turn casually back here. I should probably fetch before I get like dunzoed here. Let's go get a blue and a red. But we're gonna shock in those steam vents. Scare them a little bit. Springleaf drum. It's fine. I don't want to kill the ornithopter. I want to kill something else. I have just realized that I didn't fetch a second snow permanent. This could get bad. This could get really bad. Ah, what am I kidding? It's all fine. So I Fury kill these two. And I have Bolt up. Oops. This way. Whoa. Almost made a mistake, chat. Almost made a mistake. That was scary. That was scary. Oh, I guess I need to fetch here. Before they get like Pithing Needle randomly. Okay. Go get Ornithopter. So I'm bolting here. They're going to activate probably like, or prep the mana, activate Ink Moth, and then if they have the hammer, they got the hammer. They take Narset here. Activate Ink Moth. You got the hammer? They had the hammer. They had the hammer. They had the hammer. All right. Alpine Moons, Blood Moons can come in for this matchup. Fury's okay. Brash Taunter. Anger the Gods maybe okay. Swans and Blood Moons, I think, have to come out. I don't really want a Swan getting hit by a hammer, right? I think the Narset can come out here too. And then let's take one Expressive out. Just all the removal, right? I think it's... I mean, what happens? They hit me with a Colossus Hammer and I block it. They draw 10. They dump 3 more creatures out and have like another hammer in hand, right? And then I'm just having to dodge when they swing the following turn. Unless we have like Archmage Charm to prevent and grab some creatures. I think we just need all the spot removal, right? Realistically, I just want Brash Taunter, right? Brash Taunter and like, yeah, you can put that hammer on there. Go for it. That's the plan. Did I take... I don't know what I took out. I cannot see what I took out anymore. It's all gone. No, let's not talk about Trample. Urza's Saga. No, Last God, be quiet about Shadow Spear. Don't summon Shadow Spear. Springleaf Drum. Ornithopter. Make some black. Thought seizes. Goodbye, Blood Moon. Maybe. Maybe Expressive. Yeah, there you go. The only way it could be better was if it beat Leyline of Sanctity too. Truth. Man, this is gonna be a tough matchup. There's Hammer. Don't have the Sigarda's Aid, please. Well, I think I just passed with Interaction up. I have to let that go. That is okay as well. I take the 1. Then I kill. And I pay the 2. Because now I can Snapcaster Bolt. Okay, we can Snapcaster Bolt now. Scary thing is if they have more than 1 hammer. Scary thing is if they have more than 1 hammer. And for 2. Can't do anything about it. There we go. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I can use Blood Moon here. If I use Blood Moon on the Fury, though, we're in trouble. Because then they just put lures to hand, right? I don't really want that. So how do we beat Luris? I can beat this hammer right now, because I can kill the Ornithopter with the Fury, pitching Blood Moon. I can then spend the mana, or at least float the mana. I can go to second main phase, and in second main phase, I can pick up the Stoneforge. My opponent then spends the turn putting Fury into hand, and I hope I draw a interactive spell. If they have like another Ornithopter or something, I'm in trouble. If they have a 1-mana creature and then use Springleaf Drum to get the Luris to hand, I'm also in trouble. I don't know how valuable this Blood Moon really is. It's stopping Luris, but I need to stop what's on the board too. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ditch the Blood Moon here for killing Ornithopter. Or attempting to kill Ornithopter. What'll be interesting is if they use the Colossus Hammer to put it on the Ornithopter, then they can save this creature. We'll see if they see that line. Because they could save the Ornithopter or attempt to here. They do not. Gosh, I want a Snapcaster and Expressive Iteration instead of this Bolt right now. I'll stay as disciplined as I think I'm gonna be here. Alright, we've killed it. Just don't have another creature right here. Have to put Luris to hand. That's a land. It's hammer plus something. Luris to hand. Okay. Counter magic. It's not counter magic, but it does interact with a Luris. Okay. Ink Moth. Ink Moth. Alright, Luris is here. Problem is they can play like Stoneforge. So I need like 2 spells here. Because they can currently play the hammer that's in hand plus this other hammer off the Springleaf Drum. So I need something. Help. This is so funny. This is so funny. Right now, we could beat the hammer if they went for it at end step, but I can't really beat the hammer after. And if I Snapcaster to Expressive here, I don't know what I can hit to save us. I think I have to pass and see if my lovely opponent over there will make a mistake for me. It's a good follow-up. There's Ink Moth. I'm so dead, aren't I? I'll block over here. Where are you going, Hammer? Just an Ink Moth here, right? The problem is I have only 4 lands. If I had more, maybe I could make this work. At least they don't draw. Hammer on top. Yeah. Because I can snap and hammer. Or snap and scred, but it's 8 damage, and it's not like 11. Dang. They had another hammer. They had 3 hammers. They had 3 hammers. I wasn't winning. They had 3. 21, in fact. Dang it. All right. We could use, instead of this Awakened Inferno, we could use some Artifact Hate. Yeah, for the way we're playing with kind of the spot removal, yeah, the Sigarda's Aid and Triple Hammer is a little too much. We knew about 2 of them. Not that I had an answer for the 3rd one anyway. All right, my opponent's got a giant Karn here. Let's go ahead and keep this opener. Kahira. Are they playing Tron? They are playing something with a Triome. Something with a Triome. And a Misty. Oh. Does my opponent have all the fancy cards? Let's find out. Let's find out if they have all the fancy cards. Oh, they have all the fancy Triomes. That's a pretty fancy basic. That's a note. I have counter magic opponent. Don't do that to me. Pass him, pass him, pass him. All right, so we've got to beat what appears to be 4 colors. So it's like an Omnath pile, probably. Especially with Kahira, right? Got to be a, what is it, a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast card? All right. Lead with Expressive. We got the counter spell to protect it if I want to. Hands, library, missed the land drop. That's not good. That's not good. At least I have a lot of blue cards. Got a lot of blue cards, Fisher. Oh, it's got a lot of basics. So, does this game come down to who flinches first? Well, I wouldn't call that flinching, but it's definitely a spell. Man, they've got all the fancy. Where's your fancy Sacred Foundry, opponent? Where's the fancy Sacred Foundry? All right, let's use mana efficiently here. Counter, counter, counter. Don't have quite enough to put Swans down and have Counterspell up, so I think I'm gonna wait. Even though I have the Force of Negation, this gives me a chance to maybe like Snapcaster or Archmage or something. And we're gonna do that. This is good for my brain. What if I don't like it for my brain? Why is this good for my brain? Countered. At least trying to. Oh, they're responding. Blue versus blue? Blue versus blue makes my head hurt. I just want to play the Blood Moon, clearly. Are they going to counter back? Do I force Archmage Charm and hope for Counterspell Swans? Look at that stack. Stack of goodness. Well, we're playing Swans. Playing Swans. I'm attacking. No Scred, but I can bolt it. I bolt now. I want to draw all the cards. Bolt again. We'll do it again later. I want to draw all the cards. And I got a Force. I'll take it. I'll take it. One more counter you got over there? No. Got him. That's a good sign for us with the lightning bolt. Let's draw some cards. I would like to draw a few more cards. I know I didn't put this down. Or hold on. That plus... Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Expressive Iteration. Narset to hand. Counterspell at the bottom. Scalding turn. Play the Scalding turn. We good. We good now. I drew a few cards. This is what you wanted to see? We did it. We've done it. Look at that hand. Look at how full that hand is. Wow. Try that again, opponent. Try to touch that swan again. Oh. All right. So that worked very nicely. My opponent's more of a control style of build. They're playing Teferis, Kahiras, probably Omnaths. Harvest feels like it's a no-go here. Feel like I want like a Flusterstorm. Probably the 2 Blood Moons is enough. Feel like I want the Mystical Disputes as well. And I think I'm going to take out the Furies. Taking out the Furies. Fury, like... To me, Fury is a little bit more for smaller creatures. This is going to be like Omnath, or it's going to be a Teferi, and I'm just going to have to burn the whole card on it. And this, you know, I think we're just going to be playing counter wars with my opponent all night. So let's just bring in all the counter magic, maybe get him with a Blood Moon. Let's stop some big nasty things. Let's stop some big nasty things. Top deck land's really good here too. We can work our way to Archmage Charm, you know. Get the stuff going. Onward we go. Nothing from my opponent. They're doing nothing. Let's grab this land that comes into play tapped. As long as they don't ice into Teferi, you're good. Yeah. But even so, we had the dispute, right? I think if they do nothing here, I might Archmage Charm to draw some cards. I need to hit my 4th land. Fourth land is a must. They are thinking. It is a good time to think. It is a good time to think. Sacred Foundry puts us into play tapped. All right. I will attempt to draw here. See if they've got a counter spell or not. They do. All right. Missed a land drop. Missed a land drop. I'm going to go for it again here. Kind of burning through their stuff as well. Another Archmage Charm. 8 cards. I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of a bolt here. I think it's better to have the 8 cards. Now I have Mystical Dispute and Archmage Charm open. Needs considers. Why not cast a bolt? Because I want Archmage Charm plus Mystical Dispute open here. I could be a bad blue mage player. Maybe I'm supposed to fire that bolt off and just have one counter, the Mystical Dispute plus counterspell open. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Remember, I'm not a trained blue mage. I go with the ways of, hey, you're not supposed to cast anything until it's absolutely necessary. Speaking of necessary, where's my Blood Moon? See, that's what I want. Just play till you find Blood Moon. We'll be good. Expressive, huh? That seems like too much. That seems like too much. More blue mana, please. More blue mana. I want them to play one more thing, then I'll try to commit a Swans to the battlefield. Let's draw. Draw, draw, draw. Hey, look at that. That card doesn't do anything for us anymore. I mean, I guess it messes their mana up enough. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. They're like, whoa, hold up. Hold up, Fluffy. I didn't know we were playing Blood Moons. They have floated an array of colors here. Let's get past this main phase here, and then I'll just snap bolt that. I win now. I might. We'll see. At least their mana's really messed up now. That was the plan, right? Mess up the mana. And we got Swans plus snap lightning bolt. Is that a clock? Oh yeah, it's a clock in the tower up there. You're right. Tempting to counter. Green has been left open. Veil is available. Now I think we're good. Now I think we're good. Yeah, I think we messed him up enough. We have snap plus counterspell to defend the Swan here from a Solitude. Clock of 6 per turn here. 2 turns, because we have snap and lightning bolt. Did Blue Mage figure it out? There's Omnath. Snap counter. Snap counter. 2-2 going into match number 5. Playing the good old Swans here. The Scred Swans in Modern. So Swans is really bad against Unholy Heat. However, the whole Blue Moon package seems to do fairly well against a lot of the format. If you could build the Swans to get Unholy Heat in, that would be a nasty draw 6. Wonder if you can put enough artifacts in the list to make it worthwhile. My opponent asked if I'm streaming. Of course I'm streaming. It's Wednesday. Three years later. All right, what color are we looking at here? Green and red. All right. I don't particularly like green and red. That's Ponza territory. There is Bobble. I don't know if there's more than just Bobble, though, that we want to be running. I think I'd hate a Blood Moon here. I do hate this, too. That is really hard for us to beat. Thankfully, I drew another one. Because I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need another one here. There's another forest. We got Blood Moon. Blood Braid. Well, that's okay. They find an Arbor Elf, which is kind of okay as well. I'm going to do something a little unconventional here and just throw a Snapcaster in front of the Bloodbraid Elf, keeping my Counterspell and Scred for something else. And it may not be that unconventional. I'm just trying to find a way to remove the Bloodbraid Elf, and this uses kind of the least amount of cards. Land, please. All right, they can have a lot of mana here. This list really needs considers. Yeah, I need a little bit of help. We're going to go ahead and counter this. This is a little too much for us. They can untap, but they can't make double red here. The Blood Moon, that doesn't hurt us. Finally, all right. I feel like I want to bolt here and just pass, making it look like I still have like a counter spell up. This way they can't get this if they have only 4. You got it. Extra Blood Moon. Didn't leave up green for that Arbor Elf. All right, Narset. What are we going to get? Bolts. We'll grab a Force. That way I have something for like a Chandra. They have 5 mana. Season Pyromancer can come back here if they so choose. Looking for land. We do hit it. Gonna go ahead and play our Swans here. I have the Force. They could bolt it right now, but they used a bolt and they have 2 cards. I think this is our window, and then we can spread our own Swans next turn. Okay, this was the thought process. They would elementals. Now we have Force defending our Swan. Then we can spread and we can have some fun here. No, opponent. Hold on. I'm the one drawing cards, not you. That's not allowed. Nice Blood Moon. All right. Look at all these white bordered Blood Moons, chat. It's 9th edition, 8th, and 9th. Plain mana traders, they say. There's that Arbor Elf from way, way before. It's technically not a snow land, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and scred away. All right. Well, I didn't like any of this either. Let's snap. And scred. I should probably bolt actually there. Man, we just hit nothing. We're just hitting nothing. Got another Force. The bolt's probably more correct there because the scred has the potential to draw. That's true. That's true. We can get the Narset down. Kind of have to defend the Narset, though, right? Oh, I'll take that. 1, 2, 3. Narset. Take a scred. I'll take a scred. All right. Angers, Fury, Brash, Aether Gust here. Pretty important things. Blood Moon can come out, obviously. Force is needed. Counterspells are probably important. Harvest, not so much. Let's see. Let's do these three. Let's bring these three first. We want this Aether Gust. We do. I'm gonna do 61 cards. All right. A little bit of a slow hand, but plenty of lands in case they start taking down our stuff. Monkey. Bolt? No. No bolt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Snapcaster. Would you like to cast the Snapcaster? Ugh. This is really tough to deal with already. It's tough to deal with because we just don't really have much, right, for it. Wonder if I jump in front of this. You know what? I'm jumping. I'm jumping. Hey-ah! Woo! We got there. We jumped. Probably a mole, maybe. Here comes the pillage. Oh, maybe not. Oh, Renin 6. Okay. It's a pretty good one too. We're a little bit out of bolt range. Maybe 2 cryptics would help. Probably. I mean, I have the Aether Gust. I can bounce. A cryptic main board probably wouldn't hurt. You know? This is kind of interesting. We can get rid of the Renin 6 possibly. No. What's up, Void? Dancing Gecko. I love the Dancing Gecko. Dance. Dancing Gecko. Dance. Dancing Gecko. What's up, Eddie the Intern? Cinder Vines. Sure. I think I can beat a Cindervines. Looking mighty handsome. All right, we need a fetch land. A red source here. Well, now I regret how I've fetched. I don't think I can beat God of Destiny. They have 4 damage down below. All right. All right. Let's dance, opponent. Let's do some dancing. Let's do. Go for it. You got it. Draw off Renin 6. The true dream of Ponza players. Ping and draw. That's what they did. Look at how excited they are. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I'll take my 1 damage. You're not doing that to me. Watch it be Fury. Oh, it's terrible. Ah. Draw 4. 5 mana, 3/3 double strike, draw 4. You know what? I'm blocking. Draw some more. Draw all the cards, opponent. Exactly. Deck them. We're going for it. That's the plan. Time to discard. All right, we need a Scred here, right? Scred and... So close. So close. All right. And this time I'm on the play at least. Let's keep a better hand. Probably just need to keep a better hand. A little more interactive. Ours is a little slow. Oh my gosh. Well, I said I'd keep a more interactive hand. So this is not good. Okay. I can work with this. Let's keep. Probably don't want this anger, do I? Anger's a little harder to cast. Anger's a little hard to cast. The double reds prove to be a little bit awkward from time to time. And I understand we're trying to make them all as many snowlands as possible for our Screds, obviously. All right. Rule number 1. Bolt the bird. Rule number 2. Prep for counterspell on turn 3. Renin 6. Cindervines. All right. I think we can play against the Cindervines. We'll take some incidental damage throughout the game, but I think we have enough power here that we can not be too worried about it. Just take a few turns here. A stomp? We'll take 1 and we counter the other side of the stomp here. The Bone Crusher Giant. Don't tell me you have Veil. Okay. Don't tell me you have Baal. All right. Here's this tough to kill god of destiny. With this, I still think I don't quite bring Snapcaster in. Oh no. Oh no. Do I do it? I mean, probably the correct play is expressive, right? They're gonna God of Destiny take the bolt, right? Not yet. I want to, though. Thought the whole point was to play Swan. Ooh, hold up. Hold up. Okay. Okay. That can help me get rid of the God of Destiny. So this has to go to hand. This can go to the bottom, and we can exile the Swan. Patient Swan. I don't want to be a patient Swan. All right. I mean, there's a couple things down there they probably want to take. They take the counter spell. Okay. We technically don't have a way once we bounce God of Destiny here. So do we bounce? Do we bounce? I kind of want to. They didn't do anything this turn. It's not Jace. Let's try to bounce here. The way that they just did nothing really has me nervous. All right, they're deciding. They put it on the bottom of their library. Okay. All right, we see what they play here. We can snap Aether Gust. This bolts me. And stomps. So much damage. They put the God of Destiny on the bottom. You know what I'm going to do here? We're going to get aggressive because we're going to lose the game if we sit back too much longer. I'm going to go ahead and Aether Gust this as a little bit of a tempo play. And then if they play some creatures down here, I'm hoping that that's their plan and I'll get to Fury. They put this on the top, so they want to replay this. They're going to do it right now. There's the God. Okay. We just are not going to play anything else but some Furies. Sorry, Swans. We'll take our 2. I assume we're taking 2 here. We know they have Stomp. Ooh, they go for a little more mana. Okay, a little more mana. Little red mana. A little Blood Braid. Okay, spins and hits. Little monkey. All right, this is perfect for us. We'll take our 4 here. Oh, it was perfect. It was perfect till that showed up. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then God of Destiny is lethal. It was going to work out because we were going to Fury away these 2. We are going to just take 4 and hit them for a lot. bummer. That's a bummer. That was a good cascade. Well, and then having the Fury as well. Dang it. Well, there you go. 2-3. I stumbled in the blue mage one. And then if they didn't have the Fury there, we were going to have back-to-back Furies. We were turning the corner. The Bloodbraid into the Ragavan would have been cleared, and we would have done 8. And then we would have had this in play as well and been able to do the lethal. That would have been lethal. 2 turns. But they had Fury. I had another Fury coming too. I could just clear the board every single time. Alas. Should I have saved the Aether Gust? But then I just get killed by this, right? We bounced it so, and we didn't take about 4, 6 damage? Is it 4 or 6? Either way. Either way. It was good. We aggressively got our Swans out there. boobyfischer, thank you for the donation. The big things that I would change here is this needs a little more draw. Consider would work. Opt would work. Something like that to get you to the cards that you need. Just because we have a lot of spot removal, sometimes we don't want that spot removal. We had a few times where for some reason we weren't drawing the lands. Needs monkey. You could potentially play a monkey in this list. You could potentially do that. I mean, Swans are fun. Swans are very niche. It's going to struggle because it's an older piece of tech. Like we kind of got excited. You play a Swans too early before you get an R set, and the Swans is might be used against you in some of the battles. I did have fun with it though, and I think Swans could be, there could be something there, but it kind of has to be pieced together with the Narset as well to be sure that your opponents don't take advantage of it. I'd love to see an Unholy Heat in here somehow. Yeah, I mean, I'll be very honest with you. If I was told I could exile a red card that I had in like Red Prison, I needed to catch up on board somehow, and I could just exile and Fury and bam, I can fix by drawing 4. I mean, that's pretty crazy. And then Swans does just die to Solitude as well. Not that that happens too much, but you're either, without like Narset out, the Swans dies to the Solitude, Swans dies to the Prismatic Endings from time to time, draws a bunch for Fury, draws a bunch for Unholy Heat. I mean, think about it. What if your Jund, Darcy, Death Shadow stuff going on, Unholy Heat, Swans? It's like, ooh. Yeah, I think a Jeskai control list would be pretty good. Obviously, you can utilize the Screds really nicely. At the same time, Swans you almost could get away with I don't know. You could get away with some other spells that do damage. I mean, you could potentially do some weird Grixis shell. And if you did a Grixis shell, you could use like K command, which isn't bad in the meta right now. You could do 2 damage to Swans and kill an artifact or make them discard, and that could be interesting. Likewise, if you've got like Teferi out there, Teferi and Swans probably works really nicely just to protect it. That could be something. Teamer could be a way you could go as well. Definitely. I think there's some lines there. Yeah, Ren and 6 just to ping your Swan and draw an extra card is kind of crazy. Like if you did that and then you played some Tarmogoyfs and then the Narset, some counter magic, and I don't know, you could probably play Bloodbraid Elf at that point almost. You could go less counters. Yorion Swan pile control. Renin 6 would help fix the mana a little bit. Yep. I think Blue Moon's a great spot for Swans, but I think inevitably when you look across what is happening in the choices of removal for everybody, I think your opponents are going to get a lot of benefit from it. I mean, like we were joking about it, but if a Swan blocks a hammer, the last thing you're going to be worried about is that turn. You're going to be worried about 3 more creatures showing up and, like, you know, anything else. That's going to get the trample. It's going to get the infect. It's going to be just more hammers. Swans, though. Swans are fun.